11 smartphone brands tested across 7 metrics that actually matter: reliability, software support, resale value, real-world performance. 8 failed. Only 3 proved worth the money. From manufacturers quietly abandoning updates to brands losing half their value within months, this ranking is built on data, not hype. And the first name on our warning list earned its spot for reasons most buyers never see coming. In the 8th place, OnePlus finds itself on shaky ground for buyers seeking true long-term value. While the brand built its reputation on affordable flagships and impressive benchmark scores, the reality in 2026 is more complex. The OnePlus 12 delivers strong synthetic performance, outpacing Motorola's Edge 50 Ultra by 33% in Antutu benchmarks, and offering a 5,400 mAh battery that lasts over 28 hours in mixed-use tests. On paper, this looks like a win for performance enthusiasts. But the story changes when you look at the bigger picture. OnePlus's pricing has crept upward, with the latest models costing $900 to $1,050, only about 30% less than the top iPhone or Galaxy. That small discount comes with real trade-offs. Software support is inconsistent. OnePlus promises up to 4 years of major Android updates, but actual rollouts can be delayed or paused due to critical bugs, leaving owners waiting months for new features or security fixes. Extended support after the first 2 years often requires a paid plan, adding hidden costs that undercut the initial savings. Resale value is another weak spot. OnePlus phones lose 40 to 50% of their value in the first year, much steeper than Apple or Samsung. For buyers who prioritize reliable updates, predictable resale, and a smooth long-term experience, OnePlus now delivers less than its marketing suggests. Before committing, it's wise to consider the total cost of ownership, not just the spec sheet. Number 7. Motorola stands out for its aggressive pricing, but the savings often come with real compromises. The Edge 50 Pro, launching at just $350, promises near-flagship performance, posting an Antutu score around 880,000 and delivering 19 to 20 hours of active use in battery tests. That's impressive for the price, and it's easy to see why budget-conscious buyers gravitate toward Motorola's mid-range lineup. Yet, the reliability story tells a different tale. Consumer Reports consistently places Motorola among the least unreliable brands, with a reported fault rate of about 13%, higher than Apple and Google, and above the average for major phone makers. Software support is another concern. Motorola's official policy covers 3 years of major Android updates and 5 years of security patches, but the real-world experience often depends on your carrier. Updates can be delayed by months, especially for US-branded devices, leaving users exposed to security risks and missing out on new features. Resale value is also a weak point. Motorola phones typically lose over 50% of their value in the first year, making them a poor choice for anyone who plans to upgrade regularly. While the initial price tag is tempting, the long-term costs, unreliable updates, higher risk of faults, and rapid depreciation can outweigh the upfront savings. For buyers who need a phone that will last, hold its value, and stay secure, Motorola's budget-friendly promise may come up short. Number 6. Xiaomi has become a household name for affordable smartphones, but the brand's low prices often mask deeper trade-offs. The Redmi Note 13 Pro, for example, undercuts rivals with a launch price of just $320 and a Snapdragon 710S Gen 2 chip that posts solid mid-range scores, around 950 on Geekbench single-core and 2,780 on multi-core. On paper, it looks like a bargain for anyone seeking flagship-like performance on a budget. But the reality is more complicated. Xiaomi's software support policy officially covers 3 years of major Android updates and 4 years of security patches, yet real-world delivery often lags behind schedule. Android 16 arrived on the Note 13 Pro nearly 5 months after its release on Google and Samsung models, leaving users exposed to security risks and missing out on new features. Reliability is another concern. Consumer reports and owner surveys put Xiaomi's fault rate at around 12% in the first year, slightly above the industry average, with common complaints centering on screen failures and battery degradation. Resale value is also a weak spot. Xiaomi phones typically lose 45 to 55% of their value within the first year, making them a poor choice for anyone who plans to upgrade regularly. While the upfront cost is low, hidden expenses like delayed updates, shorter support windows, and rapid depreciation can turn that bargain into a false economy. For buyers who want a phone that holds up over time, Xiaomi's promise of value often falls short when all factors are considered. Number 5. Nokia remains a cautionary tale in the modern smartphone market. Once a global leader, the brand's latest Android offerings struggle to keep pace on nearly every metric that matters to today's buyers. The Nokia G42 5G, priced at $290, looks appealing for budget shoppers, but the value unravels quickly. Benchmark scores lag behind even entry-level competitors, with the G42 posting just 380 in single-core and 1,400 in multi-core Geekbench tests, less than half the performance of similarly priced Xiaomi or Motorola models. Reliability is also a concern. Owner surveys placed Nokia's first-year fault rate at around 14%, with recurring complaints about touchscreen failures and battery issues. Software support is another weak spot. While Nokia advertises 2 years of major Android updates and 3 years of security patches, real-world delivery often falls short. Updates can arrive months late, leaving users exposed to security risks and missing out on new features. Repairability is limited, with iFixit giving recent models a score of just 4 out of 10, citing glued-in batteries and scarce spare parts. Resale value is among the lowest in the industry. Nokia phones typically lose over 60% of their value within the first year, making them a poor investment for anyone planning to upgrade later. For buyers focused on long-term reliability, timely updates, and decent resale, Nokia's current lineup fails to deliver. When shopping for a phone, it pays to look beyond nostalgia and focus on brands with a proven track record of support and real-world performance. Number 4. Realme has built its reputation on delivering feature-packed phones at rock-bottom prices, but the trade-offs are hard to ignore. The Realme 12 Pro Plus launched in 2025 at just $340, offering a 120Hz OLED display and a Snapdragon 7S Gen 2 chip, specs that seem impressive for the money. Yet, beneath the headline features, Realme's long-term value falters. The brand's official software support policy covers only 2 years of major Android updates and 3 years of security patches, the shortest window among major global brands. In practice, updates often arrive late, with Android 16 taking more than 6 months to reach the 12 Pro Plus after its initial rollout. Reliability is another sticking point. Owner surveys place Realme's first-year fault rate at 15%, with frequent reports of touchscreen failures and battery swelling. Repairability also lags behind, as iFixit's teardown of recent models scored just 3 out of 10, citing glued-in batteries and limited spare parts availability. Resale value suffers as a result. Realme phones typically lose 55 to 60% of their value in the first year, making them a risky bet for anyone who plans to upgrade later. For buyers considering Realme, it's important to weigh the upfront savings against the hidden costs of slow updates, higher fault rates, and rapid depreciation. A low sticker price may be tempting, but true value comes from brands that support their devices for the long haul. Across all 11 brands, one truth stands out. Long-term value depends on proven reliability, real update support, and honest pricing, not just flashy specs. Choosing wisely means focusing on what lasts, not what trends. In a crowded market, smart buyers always look past hype to real evidence.